What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Coaster podcast. This is episode 6, and today we're going to break down Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Umar Numagomedov. Let's go.
Yes,
What's
sir.
up, man?
How's it going, man?
Good. Back from Cali.
I know. You got to watch the UFC fights in Cali?
Yeah, right next to Crypto Center, like right outside of it.
That's badass.
It was a good spot. I told you, man, I was gonna take this with me.
Oh, yeah.
And this wasn't going nowhere.
You brought it back with the ruby.
Exactly, man. Yep. So I defended the belt. Overall, Dana was pissed about this card.
The last fight obviously was iffy. It was kind of boring, a slow fight. But I feel like the Aspinall fight, I mean, that was a banger. No pun intended.
We kind of all expected.
Yeah, exactly.
Aspinall to finish that.
Yeah.
I was pissed that I said second because on the pod I was like, if you get first, man, like it is what it is. I should have called it, but I was like, you know what, roll the dice.
Yeah.
But I did with the other one, so
Exactly.
recap. Muhammad won unanimous decision, and that's what I picked.
Yep.
So I got the point there. Aspinall versus Blades, you got the point. Pimlet versus Bobby Green was crazy.
Yeah.
I called it right on point.
That was crazy.
Yep. Second round submission. Apparently, Bobby Green hasn't been submitted since 2009, something like that. So I was pretty happy about that pick. So 2-1, we have Allen versus Chikadze. You had Chikadze, I had Allen winning in decision, and Allen won in decision. So I was 3-1, and then the first fight that somehow got dropped down to prelims.
Yeah,
and we'll talk about Mokaev and Kap right now.
Yeah,
we gotta break that down. Anyway, Mokaev ended up winning unanimous decision, which is what you chose.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I had the sub going. I was like, whatever. It happens. But 3-2. I reclaimed the belt this week until this week, which we have a new card coming up.
Yes, sir.
Which is UFC Fight Night, Sandhagen versus Numagomedov, which I think is going to be a banger. I mean,
it's a badass card.
It's a sleeper.
I
don't think a lot of people are talking about it because there isn't like a crazy big name out there in this card versus maybe...
There's no big names, but
Tony.
Like, there's big names here. Really. It's hard.
I guess like to your casual, they're like they don't see like the main event being super crazy. But if you know, you know.
Exactly.
That this fight, all the fights are gonna be insane. Anyway, so a couple things. 12 decisions, I think, in the card altogether.
It was a lot of decisions.
Dana White said no more 100,000
yeah.
at all, right? That's how pissed he was. He's like, nobody asked for it. It's not happening.
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, I only saw like the last 3 fights, and then watched back the last 2. So I didn't see the whole card, but I thought it was gonna be fireworks over there in England.
Yeah.
And I bet it had to do with the time. The time was insane.
That's true. I heard that was a big thing. The time.
The main event was at 5
in the morning, right? That's insane.
So like Leon's coming up with excuses, like it was the time. Apparently he had like a prior injury, I think. But I don't blame him, man. I mean, this dude Mohammed had to do the same thing, but I don't know. Apparently he was working with some like sleep person that trains F1 people that race around the world. Yeah. So they got to get used to the different time zones. So
wow.
I'm surprised that's not happening more in the UFC.
So his body was already used.
I think so.
To fighting at that time.
I think so.
Wow.
Which would be a big advantage. To be up that whole entire time waiting for your fight to happen. Yeah. Mokaev and Kap. Do you know what went down with that?
So I didn't watch it, but I was able to watch the highlights.
Okay.
And then I was looking at what he was like posting and what Dana was saying, and basically like he was like, that the UFC told him not to like take anyone down or do any takedowns. Like they wanted to see more out of him.
Yeah.
And he won, like, I guess with the takedowns and stuff like that. So that's what I heard.
But he's like on a 35
he's on a win
streak.
Yeah.
And then like 11, 13, don't quote me on that, but pro. And then I don't know, man. Apparently he might go to PFL or
I heard
just
PFL was trying
out.
to pick him up.
But there was a whole drama that happened between Kape and Mokayev, like in the dressing room prior. So apparently Kape went up to Mokayev and said, "Yo, you talking mess online? Like you said you were gonna do something." So apparently Kap slapped Mokayev or beat him up or did something, right?
I heard something happened.
Yeah, and then so that went down. They didn't like each other. Then at the hotel, Mokayev was like, "Let's take a picture, like for peace, brother." Mm-hmm. And as soon as they took the picture and the dude turns around, Mokayev just socks him like blind, bro.
That's what I saw.
Blind.
I saw the picture of it on Instagram, but I didn't know what happened.
Yeah, apparently his whole team was like, yeah, everything was cool, and then just all of a sudden, so in the post presser, he's like, yeah, I'm not gonna let someone bully me. He's like, that's the only way I could get close to him. But I mean, why not hit him like directly? Like why?
Yeah, if you take the picture and just like, oh, hey, boom, you know,
yeah,
don't let
like
it turn
around.
around.
That's a cheap shot. So it could have been that too. That added to him getting released.
That makes sense now.
Yeah, so it's a whole thing, man. And I didn't know if maybe he wanted to spark things up because he was gonna get released. He's like, let me mix the pot real quick.
Yeah, fuck it, let me go out with a banger.
Exactly. Let me make some commotion, get some eyes on me, and then boom, new contract. That did not happen. The UFC is gonna make an example of this dude. Right? So,
exactly.
All right. Anyway, I think that was everything. Last thing, Beltran. I don't know if you saw him, but he was yelling at Mokayev too, cause he like pulled down Kap's shorts.
Oh yeah.
So dude, he was yelling at him like in his face, bro, like bad.
Oh.
And that dude, Mike Beltran, he's not a small dude.
Yeah.
He's pretty scary looking. So Big Spring is like, I'm glad that's not my dad. Like, dude, he gave him like a lesson, put him like to school.
Yeah, no, because he was like hooking his shorts and like pulling them down. You saw it. I was like, that's cheap.
Yeah, man. Let's move on to our card. First on the main event is Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Numagomedov. And man, it's so hard to even go against a Nurmagomedov name. Like, he's got Habib in his corner,
dude.
And they're in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, in their home, like in their shit.
Yeah, Corey's got to finish this, I feel like, because
he has to. No, he has to.
That'd be tough, especially against an undefeated guy that's supposed to be following Habib's footsteps.
He's supposed to be the next, big thing.
Exactly. So, Corey Sandhagen, man, I love this dude. He's number 2 right now, and Umar's number 10. So I think if Umar wins this, it's gonna be a big contender.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Number 1 contender spot, and then they end up fighting Sean O'Malley or Marab.
Yep.
I don't see Marab winning. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm gonna say O'Malley.
I gotta break down that footage. I haven't looked at that yet.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
But yeah, let's talk about it. What do you know about these guys?
Man, Corey Sandhagen, I feel like what I've seen is like jiu-jitsu, ground game, very strong. Good movement in the ring. When it comes to actually moving his head in different positions, getting at different directions on his opponent. Works good off his back. Obviously, Nurmagomedov, their I don't even know what their wrestling is just on a unstoppable path. Like, no one can figure out how to stop this wrestling, and it works. Corey
is like destined or determined to figure out that puzzle in his interviews. He's like, there's a way.
And I feel like there is a way, but when it comes to jiu-jitsu and this type of wrestling, we've seen it. My bad.
Who can control who?
Over and over and over again, and their type of wrestling is so much more aggressive, and it works. And the UFC, it works.
Yeah. And it wears down on people.
Yeah.
And I mean, this guy Umar isn't really known as like he's got wrestling, right? But
it's there.
I don't think it's at the level of Habib.
No.
Or Islam probably, but this guy, I've seen his kicks. He's got insane kicks. Like he'll throw question mark kicks to like every fight pretty much. He'll mix in teep kicks, and then he'll do inside low kicks, and he'll just change it up on you. So like those low kicks, right? Okay, you're waiting for those low kicks.
Boom.
Question mark to the face, and it's game over. So he's got that sneaky kick, man, where everyone's like, all right, maybe this guy wins decision, but this guy can probably get a TKO, KO.
For sure.
Maybe. So we'll see, man. It was so tough to pick this. I know that Umar loves to switch stances, and so does Corey. Both of them are just constantly switching stances the whole time. So I'm curious to see like how that works out or how it plays out.
Because if they're switching, obviously someone has to stay.
Yeah, and it's giving people different reads, and the same target isn't in the same spot. So yeah, man. Good ground and pound from Umar. Obviously, all those guys have good ground and pound. Can manage distance. And then, man, I don't know. Did I go first last time?
Yes.
I did? Okay. So you'll go first this time?
Yeah.
Tell me, man, how does your fighter get this done?
Oh, man. This one was hard because off the bat, my heart is going Sandhagen. Because I've been watching this guy, for a long time. He moved himself up to the UFC. I like his fighting style, everything about him. Very, humble guy. But then my gut is Numagomedov, dude. Because you look at the record, you look at, what he brings to the table. I mean, when it comes to, the reach-wise, it's the same. Obviously, the little height difference, but, I mean, I feel like Numagomedov is going to get the dub. Now, I'm not 100% sure how, but, I mean, if, I'm guessing, man, I feel like it's a good chance it goes to decision. Man, I feel like
by the pause
it's gonna be a decision.
Man, I knew.
And I'll do unanimous decision.
Unanimous. Okay.
Numagomedov.
So far, shooting risky has worked out for me, but man, I love Corey Sandhagen so much, bro.
I know.
I can't go against this guy, man. I'm so pissed off when he lost to TJ.
Yeah, I know.
Because I felt like he got grappled there, controlled.
Was that the fight before, after when TJ got tested for?
It was after,
right?
So, Corey, I feel like he does decent against grapplers, and this not being the best grappler out there, as far as the Numagomedov name, I feel like anyone to do it, it's probably gonna be this guy. I mean, who else takes out this? I mean, I guess you could say he's in his prime, but he doesn't have many fights where he's proved himself against big names. This is the first big name that he's gonna fight. So if he wins, Umar probably one fight away from fighting for the championship, right?
For sure,
just that fast, especially in an Abu Dhabi event, right? I could totally see that happening within 6 months to a year. So, man, I wish I could just go back and come back. I guess keep this fun, man. I really had Umar.
I told you. I was like, hey, a lot of our picks are gonna be the same.
But, yo, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go Corey. Let's go Corey Sandhagen. I think he has nasty kicks and nasty footwork. He has his flying knee.
Yeah.
So if this guy shoots, could get lucky there. As long as you keep yourself from being taken down, being against the fence, controlled the whole entire time, and force this guy to scramble with you, you know? Keep moving, get him frustrated.
Yeah.
And finish this fight, bro, because... Yeah, he has to finish.
I feel like, the longevity of the fight goes to Numagomedov, but the early rounds, I feel like if Sandhagen does what he does, and hopefully they have like a game plan for this guy.
Yeah.
That if he does what he does, it should be like second, third round.
Yeah. I mean, Corey's a high IQ fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that dude breaks things down.
Yeah.
Like, he seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders, so... I think this guy had like 6 months to prepare. Maybe he comes up with the perfect game plan to beat Umar, and I get another upset main event win. I feel like this card, man, is just gonna be like that. So give me Corey Sandhagen. Give me him winning KO, TKO
Oh man.
in the third round. Umar gets gassed out because he can't take down Corey.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Or a lucky flying knee.
Damn, good pick.
He's got to open them up too, bro. This guy's not scared to like elbow people. So we'll see, man. All right. First one's always the craziest.
I know.
Let's knock him out, man.
Yeah.
All right. This one's me, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Shara Bullet Magomedov. I felt like this guy just fought. No?
He did.
June or something?
Yeah.
Let's look it up.
I feel like it was they were in
Both of these
Abu
guys.
Dhabi, or it was something. It was overseas. I know that. It was another fight night.
Yep. June 22nd, a month ago. So apparently this guy can't travel to the US, so every time
you're telling me.
Yeah, every time
Because of the
Abu
eye.
Dhabi, it's got to be smart that he takes a fight if he wants to kind of progress.
Yeah, he has to.
So we'll see, man. That short turnaround.
He didn't take a lot of. I mean, I wouldn't say he took a lot of damage, but still, I mean, you're you know, you're going into a fight, you get hit. You know, it could wear on you, or man.
This guy fought in June as well.
And I remember seeing this, and I was like, dude, back to back, you got two big names. I mean, for me, Kevin Holland, and then Pereira.
Both in 90 seconds, dude, by
rear
sub.
naked choke and then an arm bar.
So already, straight from the top, this guy can get subbed. Yeah. That 6 submission losses.
Yeah.
He's only gotten TKO'd once, and then 1 decision loss. So, is Shara a guy that's gonna submit this guy? Probably not. Right?
No,
I mean, what do we know of this guy?
No, he's a stand-up fighter. He likes to stand up and fight.
Yo, he's got that axe kick.
Yeah, I love what he loves throwing just punches, elbows, knees, kicks. He's just an exciting fighter.
Hard, bro. I'm looking at his fights and he's throwing with just like nastiness, man.
Yeah,
like he's kicking.
He wants to demolish.
Yeah, I'm like, does this guy feel like his shin just breaking? Like, I don't know, man. This guy's crazy pirate. He's intense. Apparently, he just got back from LA too. Like he was at doing a movie.
Yeah.
Right? We mentioned that last time.
Yeah.
But how does he go to LA and not fight in Vegas? Or, I don't know. Maybe it's more of like a fight commission thing that he can't come over here and fight versus just traveling.
I think traveling he's able to, but fighting because of the vision is why they're saying. Because how fair is it for someone to cover your right eye and say, "Hey, fight"?
Well, Bisping.
Well, he still had vision.
That's right.
It was
talking about this.
It was pointed inward, but he still had vision. That was the thing. And then obviously when he retired, that's when they.
So this dude, no vision.
No, that's why if you see it's kind of like
one eye.
it's white. It's like whitish. Yeah, because
mad respect.
He might have like 10%. Like it's like a shadow basically in front of on that eye. Yep.
Maybe that makes him more hyper aware.
Maybe that
like
eye is
double.
Fucking.
Oh, he's got. He's got the.
It's like.
What is it?
The Sharingan.
Sharingan. Jeez, how did I not remember that? All right, so again, Shara, he's got spinning attacks, unorthodox, so do Superman punches, kicks off the cage, X kicks, flying kicks, question mark kicks, super good footwork, so he'll move laterally. His gas tank is decent, I guess. We haven't really seen him
not
go
really
the distance against somebody who's good. Silva was beating him up, I feel like, in that first UFC fight.
Yeah.
And his last fight against Tricoli.
Yeah, no, he was he was getting there for sure.
First and second round.
Yeah.
It looked iffy. And this guy was like on 1 day notice, traveled all the way to over there to Abu Dhabi. So I'm like, I feel like the UFC is just feeding these guys, right? To this guy. Like, all right, go ahead and devour them so we can build this name, right? Especially over there. So I think that's the same thing probably with Michel Olosejczak. I think they're throwing another UFC fighter to this boogeyman. and I mean, I feel like he still needs a lot to learn, especially that ground game.
Yeah,
that's the most questionable thing. Like, why doesn't he train with Habib?
Yeah, that's
not everybody can train with Habib.
Yeah,
like how well are you gonna dedicate to your fighters, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, who am I gonna go for? Man, I just talked about Shara, so I feel like you already kind of know what my pick is. He is on an 18 winning streak with 11 KO TKOs.
Oh, yeah.
So most likely, this guy's probably gonna TKO this guy, right? This guy hasn't been finished really. He's on a 2 losing streak skid. He lost by KO TKO, 6 ups, right? We said.
Yeah.
But he doesn't get knocked out. So I don't see Shara knocking this dude out. This guy's a boxer in Olosejczak. He's talking weird though, man, because he's like, yeah, I don't care if I lose. Like, I'm probably gonna retire anyway from sports. So he's already in the mentality, like
yeah, this is it.
Yeah, first of all, UFC know what they're doing, throwing something at this dude. It's most likely gonna win. And this dude already talking like that. It could be BS, right? Just to throw him off.
Yeah.
But Olosejczak did get armbarred by Kevin Holland, and that arm looked like it broke.
Yes. Yeah.
So how does he come back in a month? So, give me Shara. I don't think he TKOs this guy. I think he wins by decision just because of his last show out. He wasn't too impressive to me as far as being super, dominant in the fight, right? He looked a little iffy and then started dominating.
Yeah.
Until the dude ran out of gas. But what happens when he fights a guy that doesn't run out of gas?
Yeah, it's able to go.
So, Shara decision. That's my pick. What you got?
Man, that's funny. It was gonna be Shara decision, but I'll go. You know what? I'll go Shara. 3rd round KO TKO.
Okay.
I feel like if he were to do it, it would be in the latest round. He would wear him out a little bit, tire him out. 3rd round, maybe get that question mark kick, that axe kick in.
Yeah.
You know, the knee, the elbows. I feel like he could definitely get it done in the later round. But like you said, a big thing is his gas tank.
Yeah.
Him wearing him down, is that gas tank gonna wear out? And would he possibly, get finished or something? But I feel like KO TKO 3rd round would, second choice from decision.
Hey man, I mean, like this guy's talking, I'm not surprised that maybe he just wants like a paycheck and then right off into the sunset.
Yeah.
He's had a long career in the UFC, so yeah, I feel like he's he's like, all right, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever happens. Did he train for this fight? I
Dude,
don't know.
no,
Did Shara train? Because that dude was filming a movie.
Yeah.
So
a horror movie.
I don't even think this is like a very high level fight, man. I think both guys.
I feel like you said, like this is one of those like putting a lamb to a lion.
Yeah.
Like this guy's already on the outs. He's already, lost back to back.
He's got power.
Let's give him to this guy. He's already kind of on the way out. Yeah. Let this guy build his name up, and then this guy's.
Yep. So, what I want to see is just a striking battle.
Yeah.
I feel like a striking battle all the way.
It'd be intense. Distance. That's what people want to see.
Yeah, because I feel like both of them are gonna brawl.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not gonna take this to the ground.
Nah.
So, possibly fight of the night if this guy Mitchell shows up.
Yeah.
If not, I think he gets finished quick.
Damn.
All right, man. Let's do it.
Yes,
Next fight. Chito Vera versus Davison Figueiredo. Let's go. Your turn.
Man, off the back, I feel like for UFC fighters, these guys are veterans in the game. Marlon Vera, I love his style, the tenacity that he brings, the heart. Same thing with Figueiredo. I mean, that dude was on a tear for years. That was his division. Yeah. Until all these new fighters started coming in, new styles, and that's when it kind of went on the decline. Both exciting fighters. Both have, if you see their records, 23-9-1, 23-3-1. A lot of fights, a lot of experience. Both of these fighters I enjoy watching every single time because you just never know what's gonna happen. But for me and the big name last time for Vera was O'Malley, but then Munoz,
he got destroyed by Sean O'Malley.
Yeah,
so,
dude.
Coming off that tough loss, it's gotta come in with some vengeance.
Yeah,
for sure.
And then
those are names.
So down low, 2019, Aldo got the L, came back. Grant, Edgar, Font, Cruz, big names. Boom. Has an L versus Corey Sandhagen. Gets the L versus Munoz, and then an L versus O'Malley. So it's like, man, those big names, that's where he's getting those L's from.
Yep. And here, it says split against Corey. Apparently, one of the judges that judged the fight didn't like Corey because he cussed him out or something.
Yeah. I heard it was it should have been a unanimous basically, but the guy made it split.
How's that guy a judge?
Yeah, that's stupid.
Yeah, so that's what I hate about this, man. Call it as it is.
Exactly.
But it's crazy because everywhere's different. The state to state, right? The regulations change. So, still growing sport. Still gotta figure things out. Anyway.
But yes, all right, back to my pick. So for me, I feel like Cheeto's style, what he brings, the different kicks and punches and the different directions that he brings to his opponent and how he kind of makes it go, makes the fight last. Obviously O'Malley was a different story, but usually that's how it is. But I feel like Cheeto gets it done. Man, I want to say decision, but I feel like this one's a banger, dude. I feel like this one might get finished. So, is it a 3-round? Right, 3-round.
Yeah,
all right. So I'm gonna go Cheeto 3rd round KO TKO.
Okay, man, you scared me. You scared me because I have Cheeto 3rd round sub.
Hey, I told you a lot of our picks are gonna be the same. I had a feeling.
I'm going for the low hanging fruit here, which we know that this guy is going up a division, but not really so low hanging fruit because he's proved himself right here against Cody Garbrandt and Rob Font.
Yeah, Rob Font was a good one. Cody Garbrandt, I'm always iffy on, because his chin is glass.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, he got taken to the ground, and then
that's what he's doing now. He started moving like Cejudo.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, okay.
I'm like, did he copy him?
I mean, that's his coach apparently.
Yeah,
so he's implementing ground game now. So, man, I was gonna choose Figgy, dude. I really was, because I knew you'd probably choose Cheeto, and I'm like, Figgy just, I don't know, he's been proving himself, but I don't like Figueiredo, man. Ever since Brandon Moreno.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
the characteristics, their personality doesn't really matter, right? It's how they fight, but he just looked weak in some of those fights against Moreno.
He did.
You know? He looked like he got caught, he got subbed, he didn't look, I mean, Brandon Moreno outclassed him, so
yeah, he didn't look like prime.
yeah.
Figgy.
So I know he struggled like cutting weight, right? Because this is a big guy,
big time.
He comes in with power in all of his shots.
Yeah,
he has a lot of KOs. I mean, is this him right here?
Yeah.
Yep. So
what is that? 9
KOs,
9 and 5.
Most of them coming in the second round, and then 9 submissions. So I feel like this guy probably wants to take it on the ground. So Cheeto, known as a slow starter, right? I'm hoping he starts faster, right?
I feel like he needs to. I feel like he needs to,
right?
Yeah.
Come in hot. You need to make a statement, but also be careful. Don't go into his power shots, right? Because this guy can knock somebody down, but Cheeto has never been finished. So I don't see Cheeto being finished at all. Davison obviously been finished once, but I mean, if Cheeto, like, imagine Cheeto and Brandon Moreno fought each other, who would win?
Man,
that'd be tough, right?
That'd be tough.
But I feel like Moreno is a lot tinier, maybe doesn't pack as much of a punch compared to Cheeto's. Got some nasty KOs, DKOs, kicks.
He brings.
So that's what I think of. I know that doesn't matter most of the time, but I'm thinking, all right, Marlon Vera, bigger dude, lengthier dude, keep him outside with the jab, avoid the takedowns, because I mean, his takedown defense is 70% for Cheeto. Yeah. So that's not bad. He's got good ground and pound. So I mean, you don't have a bad pick. I can see the ground and pound happening for sure. Only loses to big names: Sandhagen, O'Malley, Aldo, Yadong. Man, okay. Yeah, Cheeto, third round submission. I'm gonna stick with that.
Let's get it.
Yeah, bro.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. I like that pick. All right. Next fight.
Yes, sir.
In this fight, we have Tony Ferguson El Cucuy versus Michael Maverick Chiesa. All right, man. Both of these guys are old
veterans.
Old veterans. We'll call them.
Yeah.
These guys have been through the fire.
Gauntlet, dude.
Yeah, man.
You're talking about big names and fighters. These guys have fought the fighters.
Yeah, exactly. They fought the who's who.
Yeah.
Tony Ferguson at one point was about to face Khabib and be like pound for pound.
That was like the fight everyone was waiting for.
Yep, 12 winning streak, and then that didn't happen. In an alternate universe, Tony Ferguson is champ.
Well, fought Khabib and was champ.
Yeah, something I thought about recently, man, is I guess, everyone's like, man, we don't want to see Tony fight anymore. Like, obviously he's taking damage, right? And like, you want him to like be able to still be in the sport, maybe like coach. He's talked about coaching, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So that'd be cool, man. I mean, I feel like he'd make a great coach, especially with like his mentality. Yeah, his mentality and style. I feel like if you'd be able to implement that into one of these upcoming UFC fighters, dude, it would be. He's really selective, he says, in his fighters. So I can see that. I mean, like, him having specific fighters that he's like, okay, I can make something work with that style, So I would like to see Tony Ferguson versus like Khabib in like a Ultimate Fighter or something like that, where like maybe they don't fight each other, but their fighters fight each other.
Yeah.
And then that could be like the
That'd be
payback.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
I mean, come on, man. Everyone wants to see that. Dana, I pitched you the idea. Man.
That'd be cool. They both pick teams, and then like all their fighters fight each other.
Yeah.
That'd
or
be
eventually their fighters fighting for the belt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. One can only hope. And one probably thinks this is the last time Tony fights, man. It's a end of an era. We've been saying this for the past 3 fights.
Yeah.
But man, with this guy being a commentator, Chiesa, and then Tony Ferguson, his 7 losing streak. I mean, Michael Chiesa is coming off of 3 losses, you know?
Yeah.
But this guy's fought like once in 2-3 years.
Yeah, it's been forever.
He wants to commentate. So again, this guy's ready to step away. This guy wants to win. Tony is gonna be in there to win.
Yeah,
and go on a banger.
I saw that this dude was doing like 25 rounds of sparring.
125.
Yeah,
like that.
the dude was just
like in one session
on a terror. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's doing like, hey, 5 minutes. All right, one dude, 5 minutes.
Apparently, he hasn't sparred in like 7 years. So
yeah. So his thing was like, I already know like sparring wise, So he hadn't sparred in fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, no, for this fight, obviously he's been on this losing streak. He's like, no, I decided to spar. So this is where I'm like,
he did this for a wrestler.
Yeah.
That's the part that messes me up.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, wait, so you sparred, but you're going against a wrestler.
Well, he might have been sparring versus wrestlers. To get him, you know, to get him used to like, okay, this is how a wrestler, you know, is supposed to be fighting.
True.
You know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm hoping, that's how they're doing these rounds.
Because I'm like, this guy's just boxing, like,
or take like the ground. Tony's ground and pound is nasty.
Yep,
it is.
And he's got
bad.
Sneaky subs as well.
Sneaky subs, the elbows. His elbows are like razors, dude.
Yeah.
When he drops them, that's what's dangerous about Ferguson.
Chiesa is just known for what, like his subs.
That's it.
Pretty much it.
That's it. He's never really been a big name fighter. You know, he was up there. You know, his name was up there, but never like top 5. He never peaked in there.
I mean, do you think age plays a factor? We have El Cucuy 40, and then this dude's like 36.
I mean, they're both older, but we've seen it before. Man, we just talked about this dude. He was 42 to the Teixeira. Yep. 42 champ. So I can never say age is really. I think it's more about the heart.
Yeah.
That dude, he told himself, he's like, no, I'm gonna be champion. I want to be champ.
Yeah.
And he got it done.
So, is it my turn or your turn? You went first, right?
Yeah. So I went first, then you, then I went. Yeah, because I chose Vera.
My turn?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's hear it.
This is the last time we'll be able to talk or pick Tony, man. And I'm going with the Cucuy. I feel like you'd go for the Cucuy too, just because you're a fan. I feel like we're gonna get completely we're unlegit with our picks. It's like, are you dumb? Why are you gonna go with the guy who's lost 7 in a row?
I know.
You know, you never want to go with your heart with this thing. You know, the more I looked at it, I looked at film. Michael Chiesa. I mean, he's gotten Darce choked so much.
Yeah, it's not good.
I don't know what it is. Like, this guy's a good grappler, but he gets hit, he shoots, and then he gets Darce choked every time, or he gets submitted in some type of way as well. So, man, Tony has how many Darce strokes? I wrote it right here.
Dude, it's a lot.
It's a lot. They call him the Darce Knight.
That's awesome.
He almost did it against Dariush.
Oh my gosh.
And Chiesa got, again, Darce by Kevin Holland and by Masvidal. Masvidal, out of all people. And then there was somebody else too. I'm curious.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Right there.
Vicente Luque.
Luque. Oh my god.
And then he got destroyed by Sean Brady. But before
Neil Magny.
that was a impressive
RBA,
win. That's a good
Sanchez,
name.
Condit. Man, those are big names, dude.
Yep. So that was back
and then Lee,
before COVID.
Lee and Perez got him.
He's got a win over Benil.
Yeah.
So
Jim Miller.
Yeah, man. I feel like this guy was on the tear, but I don't see this guy going for the belt anymore.
No.
One and done. So give me Tony winning in the second round. And I wanted to say submission because of that Darce.
Yeah.
But the fact that it happens again is so unlikely, man. For this guy to get Darce 3 times, like back to back to back.
Yeah.
He must have some type of game plan to avoid it. So you can't be too wishful. I'm not gonna go for sub because I can totally see Tony just like hitting this guy, jabbing him up, outstriking him, keeping him at distance. Good takedowns, defense hopefully by Tony, and if he can avoid getting to the ground, I think Tony can get this guy hurt. And then this guy shoots. As soon as he shoots, guillotine or Darce choke or TKO to rear naked choke. I just feel like Tony's just coming here to take heads off, man.
Yeah.
Like a sub would have been the pick, but I think KO, TKO, just because he's so hungry, he's gonna maybe elbow and cut this guy open. So I can see this going second round TKO. I was gonna go decision Tony, but I'm gonna go with something a little bit more exciting. Why not? What you got?
Man, dude, always exciting to watch Tony fight, man. It's never a dull moment. Yeah, this one honestly it was hard because I'm like, does he do it early? Does he go in and he just, pieces this dude up and gets it done, or is it more of a first round, see how it is, second round gets it done, and then, or possibly goes into third? You went with second, so I'm going to go with El Kukui, third round.
All right.
Sub. I'll do sub.
The Darce Knight.
Yeah. I feel like he would wear him down. Chiesa is going to make that mistake, try to go for the takedown. And I mean, it's in Tony's belt. Like that's one of his things. So I feel like he's gonna get in there like an anaconda, dog, and just choke this dude out.
Okay, so if he wins, do you think he continues fighting?
I feel like if it's in the second round, like you said, in that way, he keeps fighting. But if it goes into the third round, possible decision, I mean, if he wins, take the dub and walk off into the sunset, dude. Don't get any more brain damage than
I can see him fighting Nick Diaz in boxing.
Yeah.
Right? Or Nate Diaz. Right, they already fought.
Yeah.
Tony should have probably. You know what? I want to talk about this, man. Just real quick before we get off of Tony. I'll make it fast, but dude, the people who's lost against. I mean, if you look from like the bottom, it's the best guys,
dude,
right?
It's the names of the names.
It's the name. So like, you lose to Justin Gaethje, right?
Big
and
name.
That's Fight Island or something crazy, right? Where he saves the UFC.
Yep.
Okay, and then they give him the best
Oliveira
jiu-jitsu grappler in that division.
Yep.
Bad matchup.
Yep.
Another grappler, another guy who's younger, who's a bad matchup for him. Michael Chandler.
That was so bad.
Tony
so bad.
Knocked him down though in the first.
Yeah.
And that was just a lucky kick, man. I think Tony could have won that or at least gone to decision, but that was one of those freak finishes.
It was.
Nate Diaz. He got guillotine choked by Nate Diaz. Doesn't get choked by Oliveira. Doesn't get choked by Dariush, but gets choked by Nate Diaz. I know he's got BJJ, right?
Yeah, he's a third-time black belt or something like that.
But he was winning, man.
Yeah,
Nate Diaz, he kept playing Nate Diaz's games. Both of them play games, so that did not work out for him. Oh, actually, Tony was winning this.
Yeah, he was.
And I hear the coach say, "All right, we need points. Take him down." As soon as he takes him down, it's over.
Yeah.
It's over. And that happened against was it Diaz or was it Bobby Green? It was one of those, man, where the coach completely threw off his momentum. I was like, okay, he could have won that.
I want to say it was Green because I think Green caught him.
Yeah, exactly. So Bobby Green, he was way faster.
Yeah.
Right? He was just more slick. Paddy Pimblett. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's Paddy Pimblett. He's going to be like the champ one day.
Exactly.
He's got good grappling. He's got good striking. All bad matchups. If you look at him against Chiesa and you put Chiesa in this list,
Exactly.
it's like fish out of the water, right?
It
Like
would be this. It would be L. It would be the same thing.
That's what I'm saying. And maybe faster.
Probably faster.
So I really thought you were gonna go Chiesa.
Really?
Shout out to you. Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, diehard Tony fans,
Hell yeah.
man.
Till the day I die, baby.
All right, cool. Let's get to our last fight. All right, man. So we have a women's strawweight bout, and this is Mackenzie Dern versus Lupita Godinez. I don't know her name. Her nickname is Lupi, but her actual name is Lupita. It made things very confusing. when looking
Yeah.
her
So
up.
it's Lupita Lupi.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is your pick, but all I want to say is this girl is from Aguascalientes, man. This is from where my family's from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Mexico, Aguascalientes. I was very surprised to see that.
Dang,
Check it out,
dude.
I've never heard of a fighter fighting out of there, so it's pretty exciting. So I definitely want to check her out, see how she does.
That's badass.
Aguascalientes, Mexico. So yeah, but she's facing a tough opponent
Mackenzie
in
Dern.
Mackenzie Dern. Crazy jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that is her bread and butter is jiu-jitsu. Getting her the fighter on the ground and trying to find a sub or some way to take their back. Obviously going against Lupi. I wasn't able to get like a lot of footage, so I'm not 100% sure how her ground game is or her takedown defense. Obviously, because Dern likes to get you to the cage, get her hooks in, or underhooks or grab, and then take you down, try to go for the sub. But I mean, hey, if she gets good takedown defense and able to counteract that and bring it up, maybe throw some elbows and jabs, Lupi gets it done. But I feel like you can never count out Mackenzie Dern. She's a hell of a fighter. Man, I feel like I'm gonna go with Mackenzie Dern. 3rd round submission.
Not a bad pick.
Yep.
Not a bad pick. I am very scared for my girl to get subbed. Man, I just found out about Godinez. I have seen some of her fights. I just never really paid attention too much. Probably it's been in the prelim, but I definitely got my eyes on her just because she's repping, So again, this is probably another pick based off of my heart. Again, man, I'm just going with my gut here.
Yeah.
I think Mackenzie Dern is super dangerous on the ground, and if Lupita tries to challenge her on the ground, I think it might be game over because Mackenzie's so slick with these submissions, right? So at any instance, she can get us up. So Lupita, better boxer. She's got decent wrestling. I think if she keeps Mackenzie Dern down with her 84% takedowns, she can even get a takedown of her own. But do not do that. Do not do that.
Yeah.
I've seen armbar happening easily. Mackenzie Dern is a little bit lengthier, so maybe she uses the jabs. She got pieced up by Lemos, got hit hard, and then she came back and actually struck with her pretty well. She struck really well with Angela Hill. And then if you look at Dern's resume, look, Lemos lost. Jessica Andrade, she gets slapped by Jessica Andrade with the power. Again, good striking against Angela Hill. She just fought for the belt. And I mean, that's a big name right there, losing against Jan. That's another
Tisha
belt, right? Pennington.
Yep.
She got the win over Pennington, lost over Marina. So these are all really good names. I think Godinez went through a pretty good streak herself. So before this Verna fight, which I know she's a grappler, she got out grappled in this fight. Did well against Richie, Reed, Ducati, and Calvillo. So that was a 4-win winning streak before she met Angela Hill, which Dern pieced up.
Yeah.
So it's weird, man, because she's supposed to be the girl with striking, but didn't show out against Angela Hill. But I feel like she can get it done, man. I mean, if she's technical about it, avoids the takedown, and that Mexican blood, man, where you bite down on the mouth guard and then go for it. I've seen Dern have her chin up a lot.
Yeah.
And she throws strikes wild.
Yeah, she does sometimes. Yeah.
Lupe. So maybe she can counter one of these strikes, you know? Just keep it technical. Avoid the ground. Get the win. Give me Godinez winning by unanimous decision.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Got it in the books.
That's it, man. That's all our picks. Good luck, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if I get my, what is it?
The second. You'll get your second ruby.
Let's go. All right, I'm ready. These fights, I think, are gonna be good. This main event, I rank maybe.
I feel like.
What do you rank it?
I feel like. What are we ranking out of? Like 5 or 10?
Let's do 1 out of 10.
Oh man. Okay. Man, I feel like with, I guess it being a fight night, to be honest with you, I'm gonna put this at like an 8 out of a fight night. Remember, this isn't the UFC. It's fucking 3-0.
I didn't think about that.
You know, this is a fight night. This is these are big names, big fights for a free fight.
That's true. It's on ABC.
Yeah.
I believe. Fights are earlier, so 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is main event. 11 for prelims if you live in Central Time. So don't miss them. I'm excited. I'm gonna watch them here at home. Probably cook some food outside again. This was fun, man. Next fight is gonna be the Izzy card.
Hell yeah.
UFC 305, I believe. That's gonna be a banger. Hopefully we get to knock that out within like the next week or so. But yeah, y'all tune into that. So there's your card. There's UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi, Sandhagen versus Numagomedov. All right, thank you guys for listening to the No Coaster podcast. Comment,
subscribe,
like, share. Peace.